Yo abusia, today we are discussing egregore of Nana ABOAGYEWAA. Na esesenka ye discuss we last week say my break ko ni nyina down ama wo last week episode no mu dada na kire say last week no ye egregore of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and ye but we no me pese me take him to another level. People feel that when they walk to a certain place na ye mom watade different bi she na ye twan dwan na nkokọ ne bibi gu omoso a eno na kire se omo usum bibi ana omo de omo ho akoto bibi m enne me pese me breaki nyame a wuti nyina down wo betimi asum bibi wo betimi aye initiated into bibi a ebi a wonye aware of. Enti today no me ne wo ba be ko egregore of Nana ABOAGYEWAA. So at this point no me de nchia kese ema obia oko KNUST ana owo Unity Hall. Ai na omo from Konti Hall. Na omo ye omo sa jama no anase omo hall week celebration na ya omo ye no. Se wo hwe me na uko school wo hono ma from Kejeble ma ba hye mene obi owo ho bia mesani nchia kese e de koma sa nipa no. Na enne no me ne wo beko a few stages na mama wahu ade na me wia afi so me de antidote se wakohye sa niam animu a ebi ade a wo betumi atwe ho aye den afri mu abusua tie eniama we na ye nte ase. That is why there is so much confusion in Christianity. The same Bible, the same Jesus, the same Quran, the same Allah, but there is so much confusion, different sects and different setups, and because of egregore. So me person me breaking it down na ye nyina ayete ase because se wo hu image bi say si wo na ye wo say sa image ne ya de bone. Oh, this image represent the devil. The people around that image and the leader that set up that image or that symbol no the idea ne mindset and the bema sa image no aye bone ana aye papa enuti na me de Christianity aye mfato ho no na me de Islam so aye mfato nsi sa that confusion going on say we ye Shia we ye Ahmadis we ye say we ye Sunnis we ye say na ekoso ni nyina no is because of egregore. So I feel we should take our time and learn about it. Tie abusia, behavior changes reality. So be at a way as ye mame. Egregore witchcraft is not about summoning spirit or losing control, but about awareness. Adie we ni yenti ase ye nyati nyame a we get confused. Onyame ye baako pe, onyame ye bebrebe. In fact, Nyankopon ye baako pe na Bible ye baako. Ade na Christian fo nyina mun believe in one thing. Na mun ka asem ni nyina mbo mun nyina mu believe in heaven. Ade na different sect. We si boduku, we si ko Saturday. It is because of egregore. Abusia, when you understand how belief systems are formed and maintained, you can choose what deserves your energy. If you get confused about this thing, that is when all the troubles we see around when it comes to all kinds of worshiper. Ekoso nananom. Ane, ada na enya adekoro. Okonfo we so opebesi, okonfo we so opesi great, okonfo we so opesi, nananom ahodo. Ni nyina ye egregore, nti me pese ye nyina ye nhwem na ye nhwe saade we because they are there. Inti say ye create energy mano. Na say ye form ana ye find effigy e de mano pe. Na ababe ye bibi a esi bibi ano. Na se wo form effigy de ma bibi energy bi. Na wo de ni si bibi ano a ye sa energy no all right. But any power omo be assume frequency amano no determines what that energy can become. And now how that energy will work. And Tiabusia, a bit to say, Cardia. When you hear the word Cardia, almost or no, the goddess of door hinges and handles. Door hinges na so gate ni muno. Any door handles na ye so mubieno. E one goddess, e wo hono mono ne friend say Cardia. Omo wo effigy e de mano, eno na wo screen so no. O de ba form another energy, ana so say another effigy a wo behu. Omo friend no Limentinus, ana Lima. Ono so ye the god of the lines, the boundary line. Ono so ye a god. Ono so omo de nama sa ade a meka ye afa so de ba obaba behu Portinos na Portinos nso so no ono no ye the god of gate keys and harbor ono nso so omo assume that frequency no e na omo aye effigy e de ama no afa oba behu Ganesha obehu Ganesha ono nso so he stands at the doorway of destiny. If the path must open, he opens it. If something must be blocked for your protection, he allows the obstruction to stand. And also so ye Ganesha, or also so ye a frequency, and also so say a deity. Yes, effigy screen so edemano. His image is unforgettable. Sana omoka. Obanswa. Another one I'll be saying Janus. Onosuso is not merely a god. He is the embodiment of thresholds. He governs beginnings. He presides over gates. He stands at doorways. Na woba de ye common to obia nim eye Hercules. Onosuso na ye gatekeeper of Olympus. Somewhere but me mbeka we nyina because we nyina no ebinom na ekeka ebinom dia but dia me pese me ma wote ase ne se ye wo Jesus ye wo Muhammad ye wo Buddha ye wo Krishna ye be timi afra ebi na mafrefre ade ama wo no but enna ye kwakọ pike ba ko a ekita ye din now no I feel spirituality no we have to go our way a bit because a language no ena ema ye say aha no bibi eni ha enti mi pe bibi na maka ho asem de atoto bibi ho e de acha na nka normal circumstances say me use Yesu ana to say Muhammad but I decided to come down because I am down where ye say bibi eni ho because focus ni na akosi Jesus na Muhammad so meanwhile there are a lot ye ignorant about it and no na every year more nti e ho na me ye say there bi nka me hwehwe obi but me say there be Maame amimbo wrem. So today we are discussing egregore of Nana Aboagyewa. Enti di amabobbo ni nyina no ye ba be ye Nana Aboagyewa ono ye hwan ono nso so ye deity ben. E de ben ye betumi di ne din e de atoto so. Ena me de nchi akese ama obi a okọ KNUST ana wo Konti Hall ana so say Unity Hall. Se wo hɔ a ubetumi atworo de awunim about Nana Aboagyewa ni awuhu ye ni awo witness ye experience awo se wo da so wo se watwam ubetumi atworo bibi e wo hɔ ama ye nyina yate ase so ye be ye 3 stages. Who is the deity Nana Aboagyewa? Ye be di kan ahwe no na fe ye wi ya ba behwe what is an egregore. Ye be hwe na yate ase because ye nti egregore no ase. Enti na eye se nyame papa bi wo baabi na nyame boni bi wo baabi eye den na nyame bi ye papa na ye den na nyame bi ye boni and ye behwe ni nyina then at the end of the day no ne aba behwe how do egregore work said ye adwuma e wo so ye wi na afi aba behwe abusua. Last year I was looking for a particular guest for revelations, someone who had some experience in campus occultism and voodoo in our universities. Na me hwehwe obi ne na di sankomo no. Tie, there are a lot of musicians are almost approaching me. They wish they would love to sit on the platform to say their spiritual side. Mpenifo ne bebrebe footballers binumu ameni omo enye encounters. They were ready to share their spiritual way with us, but the way Ghanaians will bash and judge them. And when they talk to me, I understand them perfectly because ekwan na menam so no enye for the weakling. Anio so unye wadwin say why you ready for the emfanye obi a wuntumi ntu saa na mo we mpo. Enti omo ne me kasa na mate ase. Enti me hwehwe obi na nko wabeka saa de we because it is going on in the universities. Said their churches no wo ho. Na omo social members no saa na so many things so wo ho no ma omo so ye den omo social members. Inti na nka me obi nkrofo no ne ebinum kasa oh yes nka we would love to talk about it but the way Ghanaians will look at us and blah 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 enti no they don't want to talk about it but omo nya ready a ade a me pese me kire bia me pese me kire ekwan bia so. As much as I combed my contact to get one, no one was brave enough to come on the show to speak about their experience in occultism and voodoo in Ghana's university campuses. Nobody was ready. Obi empe no ho asem. Enye se eni ho, Ewo ho and they know. And ewo ho se si anso a nkrofo eye. But hwan na beka ho asem? Eno na akoye de nyama nkrofo no pa because that's why ye dey ekoso. This is what is causing some weird death. So obi ehuri afisoro abeku ne ho obi abofra wo SHS de nka wo kofa sekan wo he na watumi dia wo onyonko abofra ama na wu sa niama we nyina na ekoso wo ho sa niama we na possess nipa. There are energy possessions and there are body possessions. We can talk about it one day. Sa niama we na ekoso wo school mu ho na wo ye maame na wo ba ko school no ba utumi check abofra no hwese ni frequency aye distorted. Akola no said you go school waba the same. Another work ko school ni nyasa na waba e din na wo check se wo ba efri school ba fia o hye adwaye na o cha wo check why wo be ya sesan sese o ko hye adwaye a o mpie o hye ne dem na watum wo check all these things. We don't care. Se wo hye wo ba ne pa the way are not ti o ko school na wo hye nsakraye ne nsonsono ya aba abofra na bra bomu a wotumi ti ase enye wo nwanwa e din na aba no so wo ye obatanya wo dwen sa de we hu utumi hwa wo ba abatan ni bi hwa omuma na omunsu no gujam na omunsu ntia ba ne sempa na mebeyi etimi sesan ye esei ade e ma wo ba ne sesan na ndem be expose ya ma wo. So this editorial is my own small observation. Because observation you can use downloads because in school wo me nko. So this editorial is my own small observation or downloads about the topic. I begin this topic by discussing what specifically struck me during a spiritual group activity of one of the University Hall Week celebration at KNUST in Kumasi. Omo de no na me ka no mitumi ko mu na me ko hwehwe eniama ewom na me feel se me ka enipa bi nim enipa bi resonate with it until we can use it for us to get a proper understanding or a proper knowledge about what is called egregore. It was their morale session, what they call Jama. Obi a wako obi enim. Anyone who has ever attended these morale sessions will understand what I am talking about. There seems to be like there is a presence of some kind of channeling or possession. Omo wo school ho a omo ko sesi a omo wo school ho a omo akobi agyae no wo comment section ho na watchro na yahye. Most importantly, these universities in Ghana have special morale groups with an idol and a high priest. Akoso wo school ho enti wo dia wo ba di ko school afa Bible ni gya ne kwan no nko na nya wo se wo di bibi agya wo ba ne kwan enti bibi entimi enko no ho na afa yenhwe de ebesi onua e se yetumi sua de ni yeti niam nketinketi yase na ye ya abatan ya ye ba fom na ye wini nkola ne trust because wo na wo do wo ba chanya obia wo na wo betu wo ba fo papa echanya obia enti se wa ma abofra na amfa ne wira anhye wo mu na wa amfa ne trust anhye wo mu na when to me an open up to you no obi no tu no fu adue due pa adie wei ekoso wo ba odi na ko school wakoye high priest wo ho without your consent unim po no no akasa so mpo onim na no na me chire mu. During the whole weeks they bring these idols out, sing to them and perform all sorts of rituals for these totems. Ekoso wo school ho. What do you know about this? Even wokura woko university ni bi na wo ye bi wo ho no wo ba call ye no one dan dwen ho. There are people at school be omo call ye no mo person mo manso nko the same school omo nko that the same hall e dey nti na wo dwen sa hall ni bi wo wa ye se men atare red en fa ba na ka school so de atare red de fa mo ho ben ade nti na omo hye mra se sa hall we men ko ho yetumi ka se sa hall we de rebellious people en egu ho ade nti ya ye select omo ye select rebellious ones ye di kogu wo da bi e ye sa niam we ye ekoso no nti enemi opini apama na wo ba na iko school a wa hwede a wo betumi aye. In the case of what I saw at KNUST, Unity Hall has a female deity effigy they call Nana ABOAGYEWAA. Na na ono nende ye beka no ho asem. Nana Aboagyewa is a deity dedicated to Unity Hall. I don't know when she was evoked as a deity or when the tradition started. And no dey mean to me because my catch say school no mean ko obi da. But I can say sa deity no watena sa asase no so about 300 years. I told you last week. When she was evoked there, mean to me or when the tradition started, and also Makano Koracho mean to me. But anyone from KNUST or any member who has ever been at the Conti Hall Week celebration, morale knows it. The American, me personally, I have not been there personally or physically. But more Mako school wo to me. Actually, the platform is equally open. If se u feel se u will be a person will be share with us. The platform is open to receive you 0244 860092. So we fresh our number we are. Obeba na wa be kan dia wo experience wo ho. But dia medema when then ye me downloads because me know bi ene ntina senka. In front of this deity, Nana Aboagyewa, they commune and unite in traditions. Those no more they worship her. According to a video of one of the boys I saw on social media, I am not the one saying it. One of the students actually said it. You can write it in the comment section and let's see. Me banana me yet so no inti nanka me dressing new way, but me nyane colors no, but ne toba na me nya. Amfamba na me nkoye ni way so na me betena ha mako die hey emba so sa enti na ese me ba me way, but at the end of the day me ba ne colors. Another thing so I won't check in episode bi ane ehun dressing affable ayedeba. Nana Aboagyewa is made into a beautiful effigy and they worship and sing their Jama songs in front of her. And I make an more to me aboa in comment section. They may do rituals for her, both known and hidden. They may sacrifice for her or serve her some oils or drinks. Or no really. I had a problem no one. Abusia, you cannot tell what takes over these young men when they are in full morale flight with Nana Aboagyewa in front of them. They have zero knowledge. Because ya dwini mu ni enim die mu nyina no e ya asori hope na anointing ba e ye wakobo som so a odi odwan akope wahu ya limit spirituality no to nti ye ma ni hu knowledge nti abofra ni hu knowledge po e ma se okogina baabi a wa prepare ne ho. And that's what I want to expose to all of us. Eno na ya rehu no enipa na de a omo ye nankasa omo ni wahu yempese yemma no be explore akọ beyond whatever we believe in. Dia wo believe wo mu no wo na wo believe wo ma wo ba no so nyini ne kwan so no no so mechusu bibi o believe wo me adenti na wo believe wo bibi mu na wo pia wo generation na edi hyem wonim wo chena asem wonim wo akiri nsoso asem because Yesu na nkasa kra do obeba no wo a wo to no wonim enti wo pia wo ba nyina ahyem no enti wo pia wo ba ne hyem na Yesu ba kọ na enduru ne so a na waye wo ba ne papa na waye ne bone na bia ye woni o me ye Muslim nti sesa wo ye Muslim me ye sei na saade we ha ye pa because senya saade we EGREGORE ya ye beka ho asema anka one thing na minim say to me nsi da a Muslim boy child becoming gay anka be ye din papa say Muslim boy child becoming gay and not possible because they hate it with the saliva in their mouth and they keep preaching to their children. But they saying and a Muslim boy child and what's our condition we say it's because of these things and we feel their yenim ye dia tete ye mana oba odi yachi kwa mosque no enti ade we de nya de me ba ne betumi aye da bi oba no na wadane drug addict no oka bibia enye ye wan fantete na ba ne sen ai se niam we ene koso sa de ne no ne ye ka ho asem. They exude full energy and strength when they are before this effigy. It is purely spiritual, but obi bedwin say ya agro na odi. Full of energy. You can feel it. They have a chant that goes like Conti, then they respond power.
Conti, power. Conti, power. Conti,
Omukasa ade we yo. Conti, no ma de so power. Mo amako school no monka. The students of Unity Hall, they do these rituals in alignment with their heritage. They speak tree, omuka tree kasa. To them, it is not occultism, but just a tradition to them. Someone who say yanchre saadie we ama ye mano entumi ante ase a ye be ha ye ho a ye feel say ye nim bibi ye the Bible eje omkwan da bi. Bible aka say wo frɛ die ni ho a etumi ba ho. E na Bible na nkasa so asan aka coded o. O say baby am yenu ana me ensa hia me catch last week o say na me wo ho. Sometimes, whether educated or not, say nipa na ko school, so unko school, the understanding of the word occultism is a problem for a black man. You will not learn about it. You will not find out. You will not decode it. The only man is occultism yebone. Until we should not talk about it. If you don't talk about it, how do you educate somebody? If you don't learn about it, how do you know the danger involved? If you should meet it somewhere. So what am I say? If you don't talk about it and then learn about it, say who ko shia no wa bra bomu wo baby a wo ye den na say wo mpo wa nko shia na wo ba so koto sa amane animu a wo claim say enye na how do you help that child? This is where limitation comes to. Ye mpese ye besua bibia beyond the aye no, and come to think of it mpa ocho wo onyame a wunim so ye papa. Onyame a wunim so wo soro so wo Bible so apart from the reading ni the obi ka kire wo ye den na hu say say nyame na ye papa na so ye bone pa ocho. Ni aye ready a kire no ni a o ma me de uhwem ni o mo ka kire wo no e na woni wo ankasa so ye den na hu ni a wo kan. Eno na ye bigger problem for us as black people. People will get into groups, gather their collective consciousness. Now omo aputu omo together. Not one ma omo rules and regulations. No omo ria omo afa ntwene no omo bo. No omo ria no omo de omo voices aka ho no omo start air chant no omo sa. And they don't feel it will trigger nothing. Where you serious oh? From Bosomusu to Astori to Bebia. Even Muslims numpa omo beat drums no, they chant something. They chant. And when I omo ka wo microphone ni mu no, Allahu Akbar. Me hu so be sun wo Bebia enchantment and na words bi enka ho da. Enti what makes you think say wako join the group no na mu nyina mo ka bibi mo sha atare kro mo ka bibi na mo jeso na won hwehwa de ko e be trigger say ye ma say nye ma so you know whether you are staying or you are moving away. Tie ewiase we wo hu you can never stay away from the world, you live in it. The only thing that can save you is to learn about it, because we betumi akogina baby. But nimdie bi a wo ho no ade e bekoso wo ho no nimdie na betumi age wo nkwa. I tell people that enlightenment or awakening is very dark than you can think of. Ebinum efili say we looking fine now we looking wretched. Mobekaya, we had a guy on the platform who said that menya awakening because I care about my souls. I care about my show. Michelle no na mesreye. Into baby say when they wake from the beginning, depends on where you are waking from. And you don't go through process. Obi kura wo atade kura on shebi. Obi behave sebe na dwen nya adwuma sebi o. Na waye no ho basa obi madam fo bi na bi sai mpamcho na awakening ne kankan no so eka ho. On dware ne na asefi ne ho popra kafra fache me. Enso eye ni se onu we waye awakening. Party hu hia, gathering hu hia, ense se me ni nipehia da bi. That is the beginning of awakening. Because awakening also have levels. Mene wo kase, mene wo kasa, and I feel alive when I'm talking to you. Na wonso wo tie mi, na we feel alive. That is the level of awakening. I go to the gym to confront all my worries with the metals. It's a kind of awakening. When I am in the pool, I have to let everything go and flow on the waters. So Temase, enti awakening is darker than you can think of. So when you say you are talking about religion, or you are talking about deities, or you are talking about gods, you have to understand the word egregore. And sana, what to mean whether you are doing something good or something bad. When these young boys or these young children or these young men and women are doing this, their morale is a tradition of African spiritual heritage. Because omo born twinini nyina e wo ye kwan so. Enti na efiji na omo create no kra, omo ato ne din na aboagyewa e na fe nso so no omo ka twi kasa. So 100% of African spiritual heritage, TME, they have a divine drama who starts the morale ritual with a loud noise. And instantly, the whole hall will congregate at one place and start singing. So, osoma hudu obi a wakom no. Ade a meka asese yi no. Fato to ho hwe say enye the same thing. That is why I'm saying that enye asore dem kwa na yefire nyame. Tie, enye de ayato ni din say ye asore, aisom, abosom enko na fire nyame. Eye niama bebre na wo yefire niama, etriga bibi. You see? What do you think will happen when they meet like this? Na so mo drama no start or board drums no more to ndom na. What do you think will happen? This is really enticing to me because you know how I love these African traditions and heritage. Unim the way I made up. But asama mi bisa ni nyina ani o. So obi timi kwa yi ase. Na ye bon twene, ana obi tumi ko program bi ase. Na ye bon twene na twene na nyon no ne ye bo ama na yetumi bo ma no na sa kom tumi tisi ni so a. Mi bisa o. Se omo boss antwene no wo school wa sa wo ba na ye Kristo ni so ye den. Omo akohia wo ho no omo bo no. Wo hwe dey na besi. But my question ni is campus occultism real? Mi bisa mo na mo akobi. Se wo betimi a platform ni you open. Did they start this spiritual moral possession with any energy or spirit? Ade we omo ye no, omo sheda kofre na aboagyewa na ana aso se omo fre sunsun bi eba mu. Ana aso se den. How did this happen? Maybe say sa ade we no omo ni mana. Did they start this spiritual moral possession with any energy or spirit? Maybe please help me with answers. Why Mr. Maame here mo na mako school onti ni here. And I know someone will say, "Oh, this is just students playing." Really? Really? When I say if you want your children or the children of God you call them to be in alignment with your God, this education is what you have to give to them. They are just having fun. And it is part of students' life. Oh, you matter. I am not saying this is evil. Never. I will explain. But for the main question of how people will see this as just a musical show, I wanted to speak about this theory of egregore for you to understand. So when your child is going to school, apart from giving him the Bible or the Quran, because they will all go to the mosque in the school, they will all go to the church in the school, and they will still go to this whole week celebration. And your children will still come home. And they will put Pepsodent in their mouth and use Parazone or Dettol that you use in your bathrooms. Or the best hokron and sahu. Or best smoky 20 rows in a room. What that the next room? Won't we be anka? We so wanna candy. I am fan the scent in Quabonti, Ebina Mediama when. Don't think I smoke. I've told you I have sat in classroom 1 year to learn about India herb. So I have every knowledge about it. What will quench it, what will rub the traces, I have all in toto. Annie, so this is there. Oh, you see where pa? Me say what the next door. Obe smoky 20 rows. One thing. A year we say we are powerful. We are powerful. We are talking about how there can be an energy or spirit at a place that we know there should not be. Ubeka say oh, enkwala na edi agro na ade, ensese energy bi akọ, ensese spirit bi akọ obua. Bibia will be a trigger no. Let your children understand this. Episode we me ye. Na mi wi mama wo antidote dia wo be ye. Na o ma ekọ school awetumi aya amom. This egregore energy no e wo na chiwade. We travel to Abrochire. Ye travel to Abrochire. Na yakosua all sort of life from there. But Yesua life bi firi wa ye mbisa de enti omote sa. Obroni bia wo aboa bi wo ne fie. Obroni bia wo a particular pet in the house. Obibini so ato pet. But obibini mbisa de enti obroni we pe pet. Okraman we pe cat na we pe snake na we pe we. Ye ntwhwem ye mampo pe pet a ye rebuke omo. Na ye beto nkrama ye gu ye fie because of security. Ni yato cat so ato ye fie because of enkura. Ye mbisa ye hu de enti a obi suro kraman to the level. Ye mbisa ye hu de enti obi suro ejamboa to a level. Minimum krofo omo anya nkraman wo mu fie omo am nkraman na hwe omo eku omo. Minimum obi ono anya ejamboa wo ni fie ejamboa na okoma na aduane ejamboa na car na ma ne wuye. We don't learn, we just copy ne ye de nam ne ye de ko. Ebusia ye beka de enti a uye bibi a ebe fire bibi. Pa wo chow. Na watumi ate ase ne wahu afutu a wode be ma wo ba. Enye sa wo ba ne be ko school aba. No wadane something which is there. Na woni ne kasakura onte. Wo be so frustrated. Unnim de enti a wo ba na sesa to this extent. It is all about egregore energy or egregore spirit. So this is what we are going to discuss. I welcome you to Spiritual Hour. It's going to be great. We are talking about egregore of Nana ABOAGYEWAA. I believed you, I believed you, I believed you, I believed you, and I send you love. I send you love, I send you love, I send you love, I send you joy. I send you strength, I send you strength, I send you strength. I send you light, I send you pure light, I send you pure light, I send you pure energies. I send you pure energies. I believed you, I do not bless you. I believed you, I do not bless you. I believed you, I do not bless you. And I welcome you to another episode of Spiritual Hour. Wherever you are watching me from, I don't know your time. Those in Canada, I appreciate how you sacrifice your sleep just to watch Spiritual Hour. I welcome us to another episode. Today is going to be great. We will add all rituals to it. So now the who for group mu afre egregore bi na se ujai school no ana ufi group no mu a pacho asana ensanya eden na obetumi aye. We are going to delve into all these things. Welcome to another episode of Spiritual Hour. On this platform, call me the pride of our ancestors. Last week, easy, so I couldn't say all these things. Today you can call me the pride of our ancestors. They speak through me, they smell through me, and they drop every particle of information through me to us. So last week, and you'll be there now, forget it, forgive me, because now means so me okay like that. And I believe I did a good job. I was not so emotional. Though they cut a lot of my episodes out. They almost to try film. Me told you my Dr. Kwame Nkrumah bompai man. You know much to film. Me say na almost feel say almost the can one ka omba bechi me. Nti ebi ada could be ebi mamu nkete sa. I don't know. But a lot was cut out of that episode. Even my songs. But it's so cool. Welcome to another episode. Today is going to be great. We are discussing egregore of Nana ABOAGYEWAA, and I have sent love to all the KNUST students, especially those no more Unity Hall. Material stages in so who is the deity Nana ABOAGYEWAA? Me starting me bubo deity sleepy ma onam say me dey abaye diem. Now who is the deity of Nana ABOAGYEWAA? The question I want to ask is, who is the deity Nana ABOAGYEWAA of KNUST Unity Hall? Who is that deity? Where did she come from? Ofrihifa. Was she there before Unity Hall was built? Maybe some all these questions. Or did the first student of the university create her? Maybe all these are questions. Help me understand. Tell me what you know about this. You see, this is where egregore comes in. Obibini believe say nana. In fact, let me use the pastors. You people were sending me a pastor's video. I don't really have time, But what many Maame addresses us now, you know where I stand. to actually argue with some people, right? Me need that time. Because you cannot come and tell me that can or I can ye kuro e wo Guinea. Common sense and can't say ye ho. And a Dr. Nkrumah refer to. And it is so sad and so bad to extent that an effigy that was awarded and nobody appreciated Benin. Benin impo enye Benin kronimo eye de wo Nigeria hwe. Omodi appreciated no. Kwame Nkrumah gina ho. Echa picture no. Wo se eye bosuma ode baaye. I don't know what some of these pastors are smoking or drinking. But they really need mental treatment. Some of them. So I don't actually have time. I am their antidote. So don't tell me to go after them. Looking at my face addressing this should tell you, what did he say he has read about Dr. Nkrumah? See, sometimes we better leave these people. Some of them are on drugs. Yeah. And they don't know how to measure the proportion. The drugs itself, and no problem. No. But when you see the way they shout and a big cry, nama, you could see they are on heat. So I don't have to address them. So please don't send me those videos. You too, you have your mind. You can think about it. An egregore is a spirit or energy that is created by a group of people who share the same focus, the same emotions, the same rituals. You will create an egregore. It is coded in the Bible, and I have told you. Yes, our episode way long time ago. Spiritual laws. You can also find part of it in it. It is not a spirit that was there from the beginning of time. And even if was there from beginning of time, who knows about it until Onipa Daseni edebeba abonting. It is a spirit that is born from collective attention and belief. Machira we dada. And a mama called you know Bible. When the students of Unity Hall gather together, when they sing to the deity Nana ABOAGYEWAA, when they perform rituals in front of her effigy, they are feeding her with their energy. This is it. Sure, all the confusion in the churches, any baby, all the religions, you know, the day you people will go deeper into egregores, no, obaba beti asiye. Unyati egregores ya, and young one say the same God but different setups. They are feeding her with their emotions. They are feeding her with their attention. And the more they do this, the stronger she becomes. Enti nyame bi enye nyame, ade se nipa som. Na osoma wo som say nyame ne ye wo energy a wo de ma. So temase, we ena etrega nti na che say ye kan nyame a nyame enye I don't know how you measure no, but nipa bi kan omo hu bom na so omo gi adekrotum na omo de omo doni omo akoma nyina ahyemu a omo be create nyame bi but nyame benya obeye papa ana obeye bone say na omo create nyame na omo gada niama ni nyina na omo de man all the time na omo set it up every month omo hia ye every 6 months every year omo ya afi no omo man ahoden. The more real she becomes in their lives because omo man attention na match the one. This is not just happening at KNUST. This is happening in every university in Ghana. But who will talk about it? Obibe bisa say, where is the evidence? But can you also tell me that nothing is going on? Ibisa o, I'll chop her. Inti na make achira wo say oh ko baby. Now okono almost say 3 months fa we be yesen. And almost so ye wi a ho to wa beda me so ase be yesenya. Run for your dear life. Enye KNUST pen ade we isi. Ekoso wo baby a. Every hall has its own deity, its own idol, its own egregore. Baby a ewo ho. And these energies are growing stronger every year because new students come and feed them with fresh attention. And I make a no obi wo kwa wa ye key to hall kro ya ama o person ne maso kra the same school ne maso nko the same hall adentia wadwen hu na o de ne ba hall no ko ye no so a na ne wura fi ne ho ade a okọ adopte wo ho se obe advice ne ba no se mo we ye more serious because we de onkochin kobo dawuro se repent and come to me there bi ote ho to mo a mo beba mo ba na ya hosha mo into it mo beba na ya hosha mo into it no picking in crofo no okọ no picking in crofo no okọ. You think there is nothing wrong with this? Ya kan ya no atum ni ye sori ya na ye dede asori na ye fake ye de abeda ada ye e na some e na awakening anyway. This is spirituality. This is spiritual education. This is what liberation is called, or this is what liberation looks like. You open up to people to know what to do and what not to do. Into group be mu na wo eden na mo ye wo ho mo gidie ye den. What find out egregore a will leader na assume. Do you know the mindset of the T group? Your faith, whether it will drain you, whether it will make you, it will unmake you, is about understanding at the core will join you. This is what you need. Every hall, I want an idol. I want a boss of Monamoka, Moo nim Yankopompo, and a moon nim different between Yankopon, any deities. Obibeka God. Etrese river deity obi beka God etrese de ohwe no so nienti God nanka sample per se no ase. And these energies are growing stronger because every year omunye new converts new obi ya na de omko wo ye den ho enipa beko ho. The point is, we don't know if the spirit that we have created is good or harmful. That's the error, because we don't have this knowledge to measure ade na ye create no. Yenjintum say yen ye create nyame no. Not to think of measuring that nyame no. Not to think of knowing what to feed that nyame no. And not to think of what to stop that nyame no from taking and what not to take. You are falling short. Obroni nye sa mistake we da. Ane. Makasa same way so many times. Said ya wo pese wo ye bia ye wo dia. Na ne wo pese wo ye bia so nhye da anya problem. But your ignorance is where my pain is. Because you wumpo na wukowu na wa unim na wuditum so pese wu awu. Eye wo choice. Eno ye okay a bit. Dan say obema obi adada wajejewo akokum. Eno na ye problem no. It is only ignorance that will lead you to that kind of path. Our elders say, if you decide to rear a lion, remember that the day it doesn't get food to eat, you are going to be the meal for that day. Di kan ka chiro. Se mi minimum nkrofo a omo anya yinkraman ma nkraman na kuom. Hwe bebrebe na spirituality o aya omo awie ye no edin o. They don't actually know. All they know is I'm becoming powerful. I am this. By hweniye. Se wunni made a wo ye na menye. Copy and paste. It will kill you. In fact, wo ye lucky na ekum mpeye. But ebetumi ekum ma nyina aka ho. Ebetumi ekum ma na wo nko awoto na wo old age aye painful. Because of ade a wo koye ya wante ase. A bigger problem. As for the groups, I don't even want to mention them. I don't want to talk about it. Because when you talk about it, it will be problem. Ni bu afu so. Omo be lebo demon. Omo be lebo we. But ade no so koso. Ade a making. Osofo obi be gina ho aka so. Eye demonic, eye saying, ade no so koso so ntumi nya hwe. Sa asofo ye o say, enkromade abronsam na be awiase. Okay, yenjintum or the bronsam or the demons or the bibia na be awiase. Nkroma kwa ye nyo konfo president wo Ghana da. Ghana for when you konfo president da. Omo abayi na enye religious people. Nti omo nipa ba akobosom na ode baaye no. Omo baaye omo di nyame baaye no obi antumi antutu no anko. At the name of Jesus every knee must bow. Nkroma de bosom ni is unbowable. Say brofo pa mo mfa. Tie, if you don't talk about these things and educate your children about these things, they will fall prey to people to eat them up. Because they are all for me that egregore no, or wajuni or deko. One can't run agenda. You just went and joined. You will be used for ngongo. Onyankopon ye nyame. Omo a wafre omo no, eye shepherds. And now followers now, and now omo a dia shepherd na fre omo no, eye nwan. Ntiti ase. Enye me na me be chire we mu achiro. We must be aware of the form of spirit our collective consciousness is creating. Men kodi bibi achi because of aduane. Ti ase ansa wa kodu achiri. We ignore things that can trigger things from us unknowingly. Ni join the group basa. O kan no ho asema wo benya asem. A big group ni mu tue sika. Eyo omo ya o. Omo nte ase de ntie so mu tua that match. Nso mu gu no mu tua. Ujaya o ni ya threaten o. Ebi wa asore ho. Opeso o movie. Oye so o movie o ni ya threaten no. No come back. Then we must be aware. Many powerful occult societies started with absolutely zero powers, but they preach theories and principles into the members' mind. And over time, they were able to collectively use their thought to create deities that they elevated in worship. We are on social media, we know these things. Ebi starting na yet say gra and no mu a few people no mu di achire and no mu ya no mu afọ me bibi no mu nya sika no mu fo ono ankasa kora wa form ya de onim ade kwa wa form onim energy. A lot of us cannot even decode energy or read frequencies nti onim we so wo bible no mo o se wo frɛ de eni ho ebeba ho o se de a wo de wano aka no eno ana meye obebie kwan ato ba bie kwan ani. Why na ebie kwan ato ba bie kwan ani? Just be aware of what you are doing. Ube puti wo in trouble onti ase da. Abusia, say when we are make kire no. Obi be bisa say what is egregore? Let's see what is an egregore. Yenhwe. Let me explain this clearly so that obetemase. I am not going to talk about any group again for anybody to insult me for nothing because me ankasa po me ni group ni me ni bi. And I mean him dodo so omati, but for your sake. An egregore is a thought form of a spirituality created by the minds of a group. Say a group a may Islam in film, may Christianity in film, may any group in film, may you WhatsApp group in film, group be a group. See, I see a simple. This is where egregore thought is formed spiritually. It is a free spiritual entity that is created in the non-physical realm. It is created and kept alive by the collective thoughts, emotions, and focus of a specific group. Enti me ya wadwen se wo kona modi amoko amoko hia amusua de keke dabi se ni penya hia pe kai no mu nyina agi atum se mu ko hia wa ha ye bibi pe bibi beba ho. If I explain this, they will say I am attacking them and attacking the Yasusu collecting business groups. But think twice. Think about it like this. I mean, breaking it down. When many people believe in the same thing, when they give it the same attention, when they perform the same rituals for it, they are creating something etheric. Now, the area who creating groups, one can have zero knowledge about this. They are creating energy. Energy being a beye papa and a beye bonny. Dream way. Maybe a walk on group na walk on joining almost free nipano. Energy being and the wall. Can you read it to know whether it is good or bad? This energy can grow into a powerful being. It can become strong based on the omoye woho. It can start to influence the behavior of the people who created it. Minimum crofo amonya komfo. I know minimum who komfo ami. Minim so amonya komfo na agoragoro mi yese nya na ye onso ma ye bibi. Eye bibi na afa wo. Adekun afa wo ankasa wunim. Aya bibi a wo ye bi adwen awie ye no. Eya me ade a medwen no. Ade bi a me ya me nya 70 years 72 years. Enti min defend me na ebetumi are me ma me nye da. Ti dia wo ye bi adwen ho. Me ma dia wo nya no wo mu no enye wo de because aya na etheric wars are very dangerous. Oni me say wo di agro. Aya te say wo hwe movie no. Movie no say ya ampa say nya ampa you can be emotional and cry. Sa na de wait. Etherically there is nothing like joke there. The word egregore comes from the Greek word EGREGORES, which means watcher or wakeful. Tieniye mami. And this is a topic in witchcraft. Witchcraft who say, I'm not confused. In traditional Christianity, egregores are seen as powerful beings who are not eternal but earthly. It means Christian faith they recognize it, but omuhu say ye wiase asem. Nenye adea me to be make us enye papa na ye papa. But when you learn witchcraft, it's a whole topic there. The belief is that egregores are created by humans and are entirely dependent upon humans for their existence. Different modern schools of magic and witchcraft have different understanding of how egregores operate and are formed. May bombard you with different beliefs and how they see or how they understand or how they interpret the word egregores. And not egregore. But today, we use it to describe any collective energy that has been formed by a group. That is called egregore. Egregore ni meaning na mede ama uno. You see egregores everywhere. They are not just in universities. They are in churches. Because church no mwate no. Omu wo mekuo. Omu wo men business meetings. Business. They have youth. They have this. They have that. There are egregores everywhere. But do we have knowledge about this? Sometimes I ask myself very simple and easy questions. If this is one God we are all worshipping, why the conflict? We don't know egregore. Nobody has even spoken about it for us to understand the conflict. That, oh, okay, we might form egregore, so a different energy. We might form egregore, a different energy. Who God be as say God? No. The Bible itself knows say egregore. And no matter the way Christendom no, I understand the egregore. You see, when the names change so much, now a Christopher will problem with it. But a woman with the name, I familiar with them there, a papa. I am you so because someone no judge papa. They feel don't know, but almost no mu ye pa. But we ye men ye krana kan ho a okay. Oma for me a lot of egregores into the name Jesus or the Jesus name they are calling no. Honestly, 90% of them have zero connection. Omu ni hu nim hye ye egregore that is using them. But omu was analogy na. And no na conflict no. We tunsum sorry on your papa, where you say or you fake pastor or you fake egregores and omu use. When China ayana yentia say all other gods they are the works of men, you are that is egregore they are talking about. They all castle no so your most high God no. Who told him so your most high God? So no one catch that no so your most high God the end na maybe your most higher goddess. And you they are in political parties. Egregore is everywhere. They are in business where people follow that business with their emotions. They are also in online communities like TikTok groups. They are in artist fan base. Obia fans egregore no ho. Ena ebi mo ya kokonsafo no. Wo ka asempo a wondwi nipa no ho no. Oh shim na wafa na odekọ. Wo betena me platform so. Asema making you kura wo nipa no kura onye obi oye obi asa. Wo fa amasam hwem na wo dekọ. You are cursed. Anywhere a group of people shares the same belief, the same focus, the same emotion, there can be an egregore which is formed by those emotions and thoughts. Maybe some say group no so you can. You want area you chache. Maybe so. You better na esu ana. You better na you jolly you teach you na you sawa. This is what you should know before joining any whatever group. Pauchopa. Tisadie we say, how do egregores work? Material what egregore is. And now, Maame show the way ye adwuma so that washe ye no be page mu akosoro. Egregores behave like spiritual and energetic structures. They feed on attention. They feed on emotions like fear, excitement, love, and worship. They feed on rituals. Until they are why. Monswa mo hunkogu ho na monye. So wunim na wo ye dia. Hallelujah for you. Unima ye careful. susudi di nkrofo achi, you will be used. The more people engage with them, the stronger they become. Let me give you an example. If you ever wonder if money has any spirit in it, money is an egregore. Money, 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 money. Sika di nipa beko de ayenkro. Sika. Me see di nipa ebeko de ayenkro. Money is an egregore. Eno ne pia tumi pia ye nyina akogu one place. Senye sika ne ye pa anka. Money does not exist as a physical being. So to myself, yet it controls how people survive. And so you see how powerful egregore spirit is? It controls what people do with their time. It controls their decisions. Why? Because everyone gives it attention. Obiera peska. Obi beja ne yere ne baho fuska sisia. Obra ye bre nyina iska. This is how egregore spirits work. Uhunu se enu nie. Nanso obiye di echire. Nenu ne man ye powerful. Another example is countries. Countries are egregores. They create loyalty and emotional patriotism that are so strong that people can do strange things for their countries. Why do you think people have so much emotional attachment to their countries and where they come from? At this point, you can add villages to it. You can add bibia upe to it. That energy is thick and large. Egregore spirit is so thick and large. Pure, healthy ground for the formation of an egregore spirit, which will be designed on the same principles and emotions it was created with. I get it serious. No? So, the more it feeds on the emotions, the more it grows. Until let's see. A dear foundation for Pimben and a WhatsApp group now joining Omudi create here. And no be determine whether a bear papa and a bear money grow the be grow. Aye kesiye. Ne grow aye kesiye aye nipa papa na aye nipa bone ejina adwene na etaye chire no. The more you feed on it, into middle school. Mimpo me call middle school. Me man ko JHS. Nti ma me use mu JHS ne mamo. Mo hwe mu JHS no. Anytime a mo beto ndwom national anthem no. How do you feel? Me na me tu Mirikama Central Region. Enti se me gina park no so saa na. Na so mo start so mo to ndwom na ma me na che se ba bia besu. Me bobo so ma Central Region. Nti no mo bo national anthem me call middle school man ko JHS ni bi. Ana me call 6 form ni saa nyama no. Enti se na omo to saa nyama na. Omo to ndwom na, how do you feel? So we your footballer na we gina park no so no mo bo national anthem na. How do you feel? Obehu say ina make ye wo form 4 no. E ba ne saa na we are filled with so much patriotic emotions. We don't understand this. People will die for their country. Annie, people will hate others because of their country or religion. Yet, a country is just an idea. Baby, you to meet a country is just an idea. It is just a belief that many people share. But for the Omo country where you say African leaders won't come on. Na ye keka funu ye keka madan pan na omo ye ne honi nyina no omo de ba moso asase na omo pe moso na mo wa asase chen ba bia. You should think deep. Mami ntwam nko. A country is just an idea. And you just a belief nkrofo e share. Some spiritual strategies can share businesses and brands with particular egregores. They use business logos and colors to grab emotions from people to create egregores that will be the basis of the company. This is how egregore works. Celebrities may not be aware, but they are egregores. Religions are egregores. Inti ubetumi aka say me egregore na. Pacho ubetumi aka. What is the reason why you say I am an egregore? Pacho, I have been here When people talk about Allah and God and they get phone calls threatening them, adentia, omu emotions, and a be idea. There is a special heavy love, emotions, anger, and deep feelings towards these religions. Now you know what they are, Egregores. But abusiam pamcho. Obi no choro comment we wo last week episode nti na me so eye me dan na me bi say. We dey asem bi so mo bi ebunfu. Because say Allah or your God of peace. Ana mabodam. Nkrofo na omo to bombo no wo esoro wo no. Won ya ala nkrofo a. Ana lo onyu wo. Bisa lo. Hello. Egregores obi idea adan na wudi emotions a shem because ade na possessive unknowingly nti wom unya hwe unim pa se ne awohwehwe nyina unhu tin ensi wusim e na me kan sha alawo esro bomb na ho na esu fi ba wansom wo a woda fom mamondwe mo ho na monkodrone mo mouth e wo ho e na omudi mu nua ba ko asi ho no because of Allah, God of peace. Nyankopon, a merciful God. One what to bomb wo me nipa woru wi. Ugina ha say war ba na Nyankopon say mo amompa ya. O Nyankopon koyi ni mawu. Jokes. Without knowing, anytime we give all this attention to these religions, we empower the energy form behind them. Nyame be important. Dia ye name wo kura wo ma wo ba mbre say nti nyame be important. Eye egregore na ya for me. And na ye nim knowledge about it and na area. We are using our thoughts to grow entities behind our group feelings. This is it. That is how egregores work. Paucho. You don't have to kill me for nothing. It's an egregore spirit. One thing about egregore is that it works on hiding its existence from those feeding it. Wehunyameda. Me paucho. Wehunyameda. Uhunida. Ono ampoto obi ehumi enya nkwada because to me no, it's not possible. It tries to misdirect their attention from the fact that the existence of that God or entity is dependent on the energy from the people. Enti no mo mpese ombe nipa ehu di ote. But na me bisa last week no. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. Hey. Bible nankasa kura kan yo. Osi onipa ne hwan a onyame ani kokko ne ho. Onyame nye nyame without you. Ah, poo. This is EGREGORE. Ha. Ompese nipa behu ne ho. O pasesi a yen nyina yen kasa nyame bie ni ba bia ne yen hwete onyame no betumi aye bibia. Ontumi ye hu. Ma kanta se moma yen test no. Osese ya nsom no be ma mboba asom no. Moma yen nyina kasa yen nsom no ready mboba no nsom at least a miracle. Ebema your confidence level akosoro. Ontumi nye foko. EGREGORE witchcraft is about understanding how shared belief shapes reality. This is witchcraft. Eno na muchi no. A church may start with no spirit backing it. Yeni mkrofo bebre. Almost starting no mo kasa kura e wo said yete. Sesi asore na ya akese ama omo sesi kura de omo ye nyame. Eye wo na oma ne ba ne sa. Ba wo ankasa wo hu sa wo na wo make asore no. No. Eye wo say ye nyame bi. Tabi. Bishop ni hu ohu. Bishop no so. Or ye the biggest bishop because or the biggest church. Biggest church ye wine. The members. Inti hwana ye bishop ne big. Hwana ye nyame ote ho ne big. You. The members may increase with genuine intentions. No mu nishi. Almost start your mu nishi. But as they grow and bring their thought into a collective field, a new entity is formed. Me personally, nobody has sat with spiritual people in Ghana than me. I'm telling you, 90% of them have sat with me. My first appearance to you people was on my platform. No mu ni adwin po mu wo sese. They were so pure and so clean until mukodi omochi na from frefre na nanom na omo frefre all sort of programming at the kan. They started with plain minds. But sika ne start say ye da. Na afei a whole lot of setting. If you take a critical look at some of these people and their setups and the leaders, I feel better mercy. One Bible, but this different setup. Maybe it's sending come. It started so humble. Right now, your Jesus is wahanti ye. And I mean Jessica, and I mean yes say, and we are say say what out to TV station now. Me say me train. When they start, the talking is different. When the egregore setting, that's when they feel they are gods. It is impossible to convince the church members that they are the power behind the spirit in the church. They will never accept it. Nti me ha me ho. We kura de. Me ha me ho kura nkasa because ye make bi omo ndintum. Ede na ma asori ye kesi. Ede na ma bishop ni ye kesi enye wo a. Bebre wo ho mo nya adwuma da. There may be a presence at the altar anytime you walk to put your offering in the box. But that power is coming from each thought energy of every member of the church, not the other way round. Me catch your plane. I sorry that I see onipa nanka so jina as a bishop, as a pastor, as a the church itself, from the name to everything, the members that makes it. So you don't see yourself as the power. You see the egregore. Now, onipa no di anim na creating no say e powerful than you. It's an error. We ma me ha me hokora nko ho nko chiri mo mo nte ase. Ma mi nje omumu no mo nte na omu wiase. What you are supposed to do is let the spirit you created serve you and serve you good. And you also for no nko na say nyame no wa asoro ho no eboa no. Won so collective consciousness kan ho na asoro na bedu ba bi adu. It is nyame na wo ho no hira so for no no toka say wo suntumi tobi. What's up? And program it to do specific tasks instead of kneeling and worshiping what you created. Ahana error kesi ene won. Atasema mike. Enipa dodo sen na bete mase. Omo nyina akoto. Na osofo ni gina ho. Obekoso ayeye. Obekoso adafom ho sa. But we don't know. In witchcraft, that ability to understand and know that you are the creator of an egregore and you can stop and control how you feed it. Your ability to avoid being used without knowing that you are being used to give birth to a spirit you do not know anything about is the beginning of witchcraft. The day you will understand this, that is when your energy is lifting itself. You call it witchcraft. I call it natural ability. And yet witchcraft na what they move me ti hey me ma won koto yaya masadi na ka. Sometimes when people come to consultation they are hey! Don't kneel. Kneel before me you unnua what ane nimdia ne yeche. When you learn witchcraft, you have humility more than you can think of learning Christ. You people will get angry. How are you worshiping or bowing before something you have created? Also for only members no cry and fanning ye wo e na o ma asori ne ya asori. Enti se wuntumi control sa nyame no na wunchire nyame no de onye ma wa na ese wo think it twice. The base of witchcraft is that you know this and come to the awakening that you can't be used anyhow. This is witchcraft. And this is awakening. Or no energy can tree you condemn. It's not allowed in witchcraft. It is not allowed in awakening. If it is awakening that you claim you are preaching as a spiritual person, then there is an error with you yourself. By people serving you, this has got nothing to do with awakening. I'm telling you. No spirit can tree a witch condemn. No. And yet possible. You cannot possess me without my consent. Oh, buwada. Na me to way. Na mako na nakakabaho. Say me co-hosting the show. I remember we went there. And when Etienne Frama came, that day, my brother, and I am a yantimenko. And when Etienne Frama came, no more cratcher, Elijah say, Elijah, I'm a frame. The Etienne Frama saw frame, and I'm saying, he call me. Now, me call so, me dear me buadia say. Nanka me call ya let you from possessing me. I have sat here with all sorts of spiritual people. I am still me. This is called awakening. You cannot possess me. Why are you passing? You don't have that gate. Ha! Let me be host you. Now our spirit is possessing me. Hey! Omale. The more a belief is repeated, identified with, feared, or worshipped, the more influence it has over behavior and decision making. So when they hate me, I understand. It is something that is influencing their reality. So I get that vibe. Yeah. Please listen to me. This is not mystical. Paucho. You see it every day. Egregores is meeting you everywhere. Market worker no mati group. I'm telling you. And Crawford joining group adani ashawofo. Woni uku na eti. Na omo ko old school association di ni edi omo fa ho. No mati group o na group ni kwa yie. Na omo ko no nsa kakra ni edi omo. Na ende na omo kwa ha. Egregore is happening everywhere. And you say ye nenam. Bebrebe, because you need energy na ya assume, and most of us cannot also read frequencies. It is not something strange, and it is not mystical. It's something open, but you don't have an idea about. When those students at Unity Hall are in full morale, chanting, Konti power, they are not just playing. Enya grobi, momo monti asye. Intinka all the houses, no, and all the halls, no, mun teach you on this. They are channeling something, whether they know or not. They are connecting to an energy that has been built over the years. They are building until they don't actually know what they built it on. But they are to wasokeke. No one said the omu de ye say ye papa, say ye boni, omu akoto, and omu so omu ye bigum. I am very sure Nana ABOAGYEWAA deity is over 300 years old. Medical can't tell that. An energy that was created by the student who came before them. Omo yes say omo ye 10 years ago kura nyomo no omo ye. So what I say into better how many students about how many years every year new ones initiative omo e wo mtu betumi ahwe say I nipa he, and they are adding to it. They have created an effigy for Nana ABOAGYEWAA and on the screen is on. They are making it stronger for the student who will come after them. They be are you automatic? This is the power of a shared belief. It's the same as Jesus, it's the same as Muhammad. There's nothing different. They are all there. Jesus is a deity. Muhammad is a deity. If I should also allow people to worship me and I become a deity. This is the power of shared belief. Yani. Intina me say mopa mama yenda na your platform no asori. Ko hieni ba akokoro nim. I'm telling you. Ka ye be sum kwa me nkroma. Ye be ko baabi a oye ne rituals, ye be perform ne rituals. Ye be channel nkroma e wa asori ho. Owo basis, owo grounds e wo Ghana, owo grounds e wo Guinea, owo grounds e wo London. You have zero knowledge. Me say one day I will just flip and ye be. If Jamaicans are free in London, if Indians are making it in London, Kwame Nkrumah people cannot make it there. It's because we don't know the grounds and where to pass. Who say man no day? Man day, Papa. A lack of knowledge. An energy was created by the student who came before them. And they are adding to it. They have created an effigy for Nana ABOAGYEWAA. They are making it stronger for the student who will come after them. This is the power of shared belief. This is the power of collective focus. This is the power of egregores. Sanyama way. And a shisha wiase. Ye into me grand question Sanyama way. Sanyama way. Ye yani ye real school ni atwaso ni ya. Ye asa. Ana ni ye ntwaso. And I be covenant to the mayen. What do you think? Tell me. Dear me bisane say, when you get yourself into these things, and bisawo the NT almost starting with schools, the more. Bisawo I didn't think I will back school. No, you okay, no, what has possessed that child? In our next episode, we will talk about how egregores affect our children in schools and how to protect them from harmful collective energies. Yeah, the rituals need now be good harm. Now, me try and come compress no, but now I be too much. Now I be bredo, and I needed to explain it for us to understand where we stand. Before I give the rituals, you want to join group looking for whatever I don't know. I will share a few tips on how to release your energy from such egregores if you were in such groups years ago. And even if your children are in them now, we have ways to align their emotions away from the entities of the groups. We will do this. I'll give it for free. Don't worry. These practice people, stopping rituals. Every episode, we grow and go. We will talk about the difference between African communal spiritual practices and Western egregores. We will talk about this. I will differentiate Nana ABOAGYEWAA from Jesus for you to understand. The thing is that if someone starts participating in a group activity, or you take your child from a school that has a strange spiritual group, it doesn't bring the end to the egregores that has already been formed. Obu ose ne ba ne kwa hanom na obefia na okasakasa na sebe na oyesewe. Wonim ade ye ma wereko pa with this whole issue no ho ne say. When the children go to school and they get themselves into this, na omo de omo kọ akonfo no honom a omo se efie bosum bi na afa no. Ya o. Wo de ne kosofo so a o se efie nkondwa obeka ontumi so yimfiri wo manipa no nto no. It is egregores. Ehon akola no kosua fingering, blow jobbing, smoking, servicing themselves. Ojai cry njai. Oye hu bibi enye yi. Te se nkola na ewo school no. Smoking, drugs, same sex. Me se moma yenka ho asemo. Na ye educating crofo. Ebi akotom ma omo hia moa. Ebi wu ewom. But mo frowning at it. We can't educate anybody. I wanted to say something, but me person obi abedidi matemti mejai. Mo ama wo boys. Na mudi omuko school do abrochi o ehio e den me ka asem bi atro. You cannot educate or groom your child. Untumi ntete wo ba boy. Ma me ka asem bi we mystery bi, maybe I will treat it one day. A hierarchy. Ana masculine and etete boys. Untumi ntete wo ba boy. Nipa bi ina wo wiase ankomu titimititi mmofra boys. But asem we okoka e be asem because knowledge ni sha e de many nipa bi nom e bi before titiri. Enka emema na omo aye momofra omo kodwom besia no omo no omo wo ability a ye de tete mema wa. No omo so ehini ye de omo ato. We don't even want them. We can talk about that one day. We can do a full episode about that. We are talking about egregores of Nana ABOAGYEWAA today. It's like giving birth to a child and running away. But this time, the spirit does not need presence to connect to your emotions. Sana egregores ni ejuma. Ukoye woke anywhere. Uko join Christianity now so we join akomos Islam. U di agro. The affirmation now ukoye wo ne di wechi. I will release what will free you. Why? I will release it. Say na akoye. We feel say we jai wo ko. Wa wo ba. Na we jai ma wo maame na so mba gan na kora biom a. E dey na sesa wo. Still a wo ba no yo ba. Still a unim say wa wo. Ana meboa. Sa na egregore spirit ye edwuma. Your mind can still feed it. I'm telling you. Your emotions are still attached. Say ya mo ye old school there and meboa. Distance has no effort or control over egregores. That's how serious egregore spirit is. If you understand this, you will know what to do and what not to join. What not to join, because this thing would trap you. Until they join all the groups. Mama me koka yan mo ye ya me ase mo amadi mo ni sese mo sesa mo ni amafi groups ni. Se mo tuya ma mo abre. Mama omo ye ya me because of 5 cedis no be didi me atem for free. Ninya hwe. Me de me ya de na odi matem a meti ase o. So obedidi matem se maka Yesu asema no worries. Didi matem se maka say Muhammad nkroma ye powerful than him. I understand mano na yi mika. But say me nye wo hwe de. Wo ye me you are cause. Abusia, who's a spiritual hour with the goddess herself? And we are discussing egregore of Nana ABOAGYEWAA. We will talk about what you can do to stop giving your energy to things that do not serve you. It's very important. I will give all these rituals for free. Until then, Abusia, stay alert. Why in Paucho? He used to say, if you don't go to heaven, don't blame Jesus. Oh, no, okay. If you don't get ascension, don't blame Maame Grace. Because Mama will be here. Beware. Be warned. Else you'll be used for ngongo. Next week I will give all the rituals for Nkola, Omwako school. No makoka drugs mu and I will give all rituals. Until the master die and say no. No what you say next week no. You be ya be you for no so they wo omo de no. Na me the rituals bebrebe ni na. Me de eguso. E de amount. We want to liberate ourselves. Nobody should depend on anybody. We should be each other's keeper. Obi enye obi a. Ye nyina ye nipa. Odonko a makram.